Hey YouTubers, sup, my name is Ryu for the Council Network, and this is my top 5 moments of the Dragon Ball Z Super Episode 1. Now, why a top 5 and not a review? Well, there's not really crazy amounts of stuff going on right now, so this will kind of just hold you over and give you a little bit of a review at the same time. So, this actually takes place before the Ballads of the Gods movie that was released back in 2013, and before the revival of Frieza, which was released shortly after. So careful for spoilers in case you haven't seen those movies or are not up to date or just haven't seen the episode yet. It premiered on Sunday. We're waiting for a North American release. But regardless, I couldn't wait. I caved. I needed to see this. So after around 15 years of the show being gone, it has finally returned. In a new, story. It takes place after Majin Buu. So the Majin Buu stuff just finished. We are 6 months ahead of that, so just so everyone's clear. We get a new opening and ending, and that's my number 5 pick, starting off this whole list. I like it because it reminds me a lot of the Dragon Ball Z kind of style, while also giving new life to it, and the animation was top-notch. That's also something I really want to mention. You go back and watch the original Dragon Ball Z from, 93, and you watch Dragon Ball Super, the difference is just astounding in just the way, animation's created nowadays when it comes to anime. So it seems silly. That's my number 5. My number 4 is Beerus, which is that giant cat god. Just saying. I may be saying his name wrong, just so we're all clear here. So basically, he sits down, he's having a meal, and he's like, they're trying to please him, because obviously, if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, Battle of the Gods movie, then you're going to know that he basically blows up a planet. So this is him, going on, having a meal. If I don't like your shit, I'm going to blow it up like that. So, Beerus is having this meal. He complains that it's greasy. And then he blows up half a planet. Not a whole planet, just half of it. And he goes over, I can't remember, I feel so stupid, I can't remember the other god's name. But he goes, why'd you blow it up, Beerus? I thought you were satisfied with the food. And Beerus just basically goes, it was too greasy. Too much greasy food's not good for you. And I just sat there going, okay, this is still funny. It's kind of fucked up. He blew up half a planet, but it's still funny. Okay, so my number 3 pick, because we're moving on pretty quick here, has to be the Videl and Gohan getting married, engaged, and Trunks and Goten are trying to find a wedding present for them. Now, it's a really silly scene, and basically they're like, let's go get cosmetics for her. Yeah, cosmetics. Girls love cosmetics. Now these, they're still kids. Remember Majin Buu here. So they're only 6 months after Majin Buu. So they're still not up to par with, their future selves, thankfully. And obviously Pan is not in the picture yet, and we don't know what's going to happen there. She's just baking in there, She's gonna come sooner or later, maybe towards the end of Dragon Ball Z, and the same with not Majin Buu. Oop, there we go. Sorry, it's been 15 years. I haven't done all my research back to the original episodes. So they go and try to get this whole thing. They have a giant battle with a giant snake. Very very Dragon Ball, the original series, had that kind of feel to it. So this whole episode was kind of just bringing everything that we loved about Dragon Ball Z around. The only difference is, I wouldn't go as far as to call it filler. This is just the calm before the storm, as I said in the beginning of the video. So they basically say, they're in the cosmetics aisle, and it's so expensive, and this old guy is talking about a hot spring, how it's good for your skin, and a hell of a lot cheaper. So what do these kids think? Trunks and Goten go, let's get Videl water! Yeah, Videl's gonna love water! Splash, splash on your face, put some hot spring water on your face, it's gonna make you youthful. So, they go, then the snake comes, they beat the shit out of the snake, Goten wanted to blow it up, and Trunks is like, no, you can't! If you throw your little energy ball, it's gonna blow up half the fucking city! So they couldn't do that, they had to beat him down. So they get the water, they bring it back to Videl, and Videl's like, oh, it's just water. And obviously, like a good, good sister-in-law would to a kid, or aunt, or mother, oh, thank you for the lovely present. And it was just very, very calm before the storm. So, my second part has to be Mrs. Satan. I believe I said that right. I may be wrong there. But Majin Buu comes in, Pan's grandpa's sitting there. I saved the world. I feel good about it. They're giving me the priest prize. And no alien has come to him, to our planet ever since I kicked Majin Buu's ass, and in comes Majin Buu. The moment that Majin Buu walks in, everyone's face, in the episode just drops. Like, oh shit, we're screwed. It's not a Cell situation. Oh no, he's friendly. I love Majin Buu. See, he's not here. He just wants to, love me and stuff. And Majin Buu just wants food. Just fucking food. This is Majin Buu, fat Majin Buu. He just wants food. So Buu is trying to get his point across to him, like, hey, I'm hungry. Obviously, he's trying to, get the cameras out of there and shit. So after the camera's gone, he's got to rub Majin Buu's back because he was a dick to him. That was hilarious. Maybe not for you, but for me it was hilarious. And my number one pick out of this whole episode, and I find it funny because a lot of the I wanted to say this nicely, newer anime fans who didn't grow up with the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, or even that god-awful GT, or shows like Yu Yu Hakusho, or just like one of the plethora of animes we had back in the day. The day is 90, nostalgia. So you guys didn't have the episode, they cut it out from Dragon Ball Z Kai, of Goku and Piccolo learning to drive. It was hilarious. What's even funnier is that we sort of had a follow-up to that where Goku's working on a farm with a tractor. And we had Tractor Goku. Super Saiyan Tractor Goku. And it was just very lighthearted. And you got to see silly Goku. And we did get the, Super Saiyan. You did see him, starting to transform. And guess who was behind the wheel doing all the farming work? His youngest son, Goten. Goten drives the damn thing off. Instead of Goten hopping out like, hey, I can fly, Goku's got to snap in there, put his fist up like Superman and be like, suck it, Soups, suck it. It was just a light-hearted episode. It felt really good, and I'm looking forward to it. Moving on to the second episode, from what I could see, is it's all going to be built up for about 3 or 4 episodes, and we're going to get into big fights. Then pretty much we're going to get into the Battle of the Gods, and then we'll probably get a montage of what happened in Battle of the Gods, and then it'll go into the Frieza Saga 2.0, as I like to call it. And then from there, we'll get into the actual 6th dimension kind of thing where you're popping out everywhere. And who knows? Maybe in one of those dimensions in future episodes, like when we get a year from now, we'll see a lot of the GT characters pop in. Like, hey, that's my dimension. I'm popping into the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, world. Because it's a totally different dimension. Totally makes sense. Anyway, guys, just so it's clear, on the Council Network, our content's a little bit different because we're more focused on having our other channels. This is like our hub channel where we do everything that doesn't fit on those channels here. So we have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, the Pokemon Council, the Vanguard Council, the Gaming Council coming, and about 30 other channels. I know it's crazy. Think of us sort of like the way you would Machinima, but not just all gaming. In the future, we're going to be doing a lot more content that will further our endeavors here. So if you do like it, make sure to give us a subscribe and come back next week around the same time for another Dragon Ball Super review and top 5. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next Dragon Ball Z Super episode, episode 2. The Battle of the Gods, will it happen at episode 2? I don't think so. All I know is for episode 2, it's called The Promised Vacation, Vegeta Goes on a Family Trip. So it should be pretty interesting. It's going to air on July the 12th. So the review will come afterwards, and hopefully you guys will like it. So anyway, after that, we'll have the Ant-Man top 5 and review, and probably a vlog and a bunch of videos. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. I'm Ryu for the Council Network, and make sure to check out our other networks if they interest you. Well, other channels. Anyway, I'm going.